Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all over the world. Dobson 777A here. So you probably saw Bill and Melinda Gates are getting divorced, and I was reading a comment today and I thought it was great. Women who marry for love complain about money. Women who marry for money complain about love. Women who get both money and love find something else to complain about. Now, it's been ingrained in me from the beginning of time. I think it's mainly my Christian upbringing, but my father had told me and reminded me over and over again, being a man that takes care of his family and makes their security his priority is no easy task. It's not something to make you happy. It's a sacrifice you make for them. They won't always agree with you and even not like the decisions you make. It's something God looks at you and holds you accountable. Men stand up when it goes against society. They hold fast onto what they believe is right by their family. It goes unappreciated, but this is the standard I was raised by. So as you see these women, they think that they can go grab the brass ring at the end of the marriage and just go take off. But guess what? This is on them, folks. They will suffer the consequences because remember first, this is a covenant you made with God. If you're a Christian and you stood up in front of the church, forget about what the pastors do and everything, you're making a promise to God. Then you're making it to the church and you're making it to family, a promise. But the covenant is with God. When you break that covenant with God, you're going to have to answer to that with God. So that's the start of this thing. I didn't mean to get a little preachy, but I see this stuff and it just breaks my heart when I see these women. Remember, 70%, I think it's actually greater than 70% of divorces are initiated by the women. And the laws are changing now. They do not get what they think they're going to get, especially in certain states where it's equitable distribution. The women have to justify. If you don't have any kids, if they waited, long after the kids have gone, the women have no standing, and the courts just basically say, well, you want it out, good luck. So that's the way it's working nowadays. We did a video a couple days ago talking about the problems with the CARES Act and the CDC moratorium on evictions. Well, guess what? A judge says the CDC doesn't have the authority to issue an eviction moratorium. It's unclear what happens next, so I guess this is going to be challenged, but it's rattling through, and I got a feeling this thing will be thrown out. Texas has also deemed it unconstitutional, and a whole bunch of other states are coming through. So I got a feeling this thing is going to be tossed. So we'll see what happens on this. Now, I was trying to look at a bunch of charts and see, where are we going here? And so here's the gold chart. And this is looking at, let me do 1 year. All right, so here's 1 year. We've had this kind of downward trend here. I think but you can see we hit two bottoms. We've talked about this before. We're kind of hitting up against some resistance right here. But I noticed this wedge that's kind of building here. And if I'm looking at this, it looks like we've actually broken above this wedge here. I don't know when we're going to kind of break out of this, but if we extend this out, this could be a little while longer before it breaks above the 1800 again and starts running up. So this is gold, and I think gold is starting to look pretty good. We're running kind of on the upper part of this band here. I don't know when we're going to completely break out, but it's probably good seeing it above this wedge line here. Now, as far as silver's trading in this tight band, and it's right in the center area. So is this going to ever do anything? I don't know. We're just kind of in a holding pattern, it looks like, on silver. There is a little bit of a wedge here that was a short-term thing, and it kind of broke out above that. But in any event, this is just trading in this tight range here from about 23, it looks like, up to 28. Now, platinum, I was looking at this over a year, and you can see, we had this pennant. It broke out, and we're kind of in another one here, and it looks like this one is about finished and is about to potentially break up again. But we're at 22.16, and I think platinum is something that's going to be still probably our favorite metal for the year. I thought it would be good to look at year to date on these precious metals. And you can see silver is negative 3.46, gold surprisingly is down 8.14, but platinum is up 14.12. So year to date, again, using the approach that I talk about, gold, like 80%, I'm sorry, 70%, platinum 10%, and silver 20%. We're reaping some of the rewards here for that. When we look at a larger view of portfolio using real estate, which is represented by RES, which is residential real estate rentals, and then we have SLV ETF for silver, PPLT for platinum ETF, and then GLD for gold ETF. When we have the portfolio set up where we have a larger percentage of the residential real estate, and then we have, gold is the next amount, and then silver, and then platinum. And when you look at the portfolio as a whole, where you're not just putting all your eggs in one basket with precious metals, you're actually getting paid to hold residential real estate. You can see it's up 15% for the year, and platinum is up 14%. So overall, rather than just sitting in silver like a lot of folks are, where you're down nearly 4% just in the ETF, we're up 9% using the portfolio approach that I recommend. So you can see there's a reason why you don't put all your eggs in one basket, and this is why I kind of recommend everybody kind of think a little differently instead of just swinging for the fences. Every once in a while you might come out, but the whole idea is to constantly try to make money, not lose money. I got another recipe. This is using some tomatoes. You basically cut off the top and you core out the tomato, and you take some Parmesan cheese and kind of sprinkle it all around the inside. And then you take, I use some Swiss down in the bottom. You crack an egg, put it in there, and then you put cheese on top. And you put it in the oven. I'm going to say it was like 350 for 15 minutes or so. It's just enough to kind of get the cheese melted and everything. And you notice I used the top of the tomato to set the other part of the tomato on top, so it makes like a little cup and saucer type thing. This came out actually pretty doggone good. So I thought you might want to give that a try. It was a pretty decent recipe, and you can modify this any way you like.
Unfortunately, we're in a hailstorm here. This is ice all over the road. You don't want to be going fast. The city is trying to pass me. That's a marble size. I think the damage has been done. One guy can't get started down here. Uh-oh. He's like, whoops. They're gonna give him a little jump start. You gotta pop the clutch. Yeah, they gotta get more guys on that.
hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless.
All right, go potty.
We gonna go bye-bye? Are we gonna go bye-bye? Here we go bye-bye. We gonna go bye-bye? Yeah, all right. You going to get in the car? We're not quite ready. I'm almost ready. You almost ready? Okay.